Yo, what's going on everybody? TK and I'm back with a brand new NBA 2K16 rebuilding video. And in today's video, I'm going to be rebuilding the 2012-2013 Indiana Pacers. So taking a look at this team, they got Paul George, David West, Ian Mahimi, Lance Stevenson was on this team. They also have Gerald Green. So team was okay. I think it's definitely going to be a playoff team, especially since we're in the Eastern Conference, and Paul George is at 90 overall. So the age is in overall a little bit down. David West should be a little bit higher overall. This one, he was actually putting in so much work to this team. So Paul George and David West basically make a big duo. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to go to player contracts, and I think I'm going to trade. Lance Stevenson was doing so well here too. I think I'm going to trade Rodney Stuckey and CJ Miles. I think those are the only trades I want to make for season number 1. Rodney Stuckey, CJ Miles, they're both making a lot, and they're both really good players that come off the bench and do a lot for the team. But for making around $6 million a year for both of them, I don't think I want to do it. So right here, we can just take a huge salary dump. Ish Smith and Isaiah Cannon. Oh, Tony Allen against George Hill, back Marvin Williams, Robin Lopez. Oh, this one's a very interesting deal. Get Monte Ellis back and Boban. I think I'm going to take this deal. So Rodney Stuckey, CJ Miles, and his second round pick go to the Denver Nuggets for Wilson Chandler and Jarrell Arthur. So I really like this trade. It brings in a lot more depth to the team. Now what we want to go out and do is get the Washington Wizards first round pick, which they usually don't ask for a lot for, and it usually is lottery 2017 first round pick. I might as well do that trade. So this is what our roster is going to be looking like for season number 1. We don't have a point guard. Actually, I'm going to see if we can sign one in free agency. March Chalmers, your roster's full, so let's release a couple players. Let's release him, and Christmas, let's release. That should be enough to sign March Chalmers. Thankfully, that March Chalmers is in free agency. We can just offer him a contract, and he's happily accepted it, so that's good to see. So, our starting 5 is not too bad. So, we got Mario Williams, our starting point guard, Lance Stevenson, shooting guard, Paul George, small forward, David West, power forward, and Miles Turner, center, and a pretty good bench. And I think this team is definitely playoff worthy. And it's going to go Paul George, David West, and then I guess Miles Turner. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1, where hopefully we can do pretty well. Okay guys, so coming to the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP, averaging a triple-double on the season. Crazy numbers out of Russell Westbrook. Jahlil Okafor wins Rookie of the Year, Brandon Knight 6th man, Rudy Gobert Defensive Player of the Year, Mason Plumlee Most Improved, and Billy Donovan wins Coach of the Year. So that's pretty cool to see all those players right there, and we did make the playoffs with a 38-44 record. I thought we were going to be around there. I thought we were going to win around 40 games rather than 38, but still pretty good. We did make the playoffs. Paul George 21.5 points, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. David West 13.6 rebounds. Lance Stevenson 12, 5 and 5. It seems like every time he plays for the Pacers, he does really well, and that's what we see right there. Miles Turner in his rookie year 12 points. Wilson Chandler 11.5, and pretty good numbers out of basically our whole team. So in our first round match, we're going up against the Bulls as they take an early 1-0 lead. We tied up 1-1. We go up 2-1, 3-1. Here's the deciding game, and we move on to the second round where we're going to be facing the Miami Heat. We take an early 1-0 lead. They tied up 1-1. They go up 2-1. They go up 3-1, and we get eliminated by the Miami Heat. So we did steal a game, and we did go into the second round. So that's pretty good to see. Oklahoma City has won a championship over the Miami Heat, and Russell Westbrook wins Finals MVP. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the draft lottery, see what pick we get. Actually not the draft lottery, staff signing, see what pick we get. Hopefully Washington did pretty bad. And we get, where are we? Okay, we got the 11th pick from the Wizards. So I'm not going to go in to the NBA draft. I'll just see what player we get picked, auto-picked for us. So still 11th is pretty well, even though we made the playoffs. It was pretty good trade to go and get them. On PS4, it seems like that trade is much, that pick is so much valuable than on Xbox. I don't know why it seems like that, as we get Austin Newman and Rubens Coda. So that's not that bad. Those players hopefully will develop and then start coming off the bench for us. Team player options. Okay, I don't want to pick up any of these guys except Lance Stevenson, and LeBron has declined his player option. So if we could bring LeBron here, that would be so sick. Him and Paul George just going off every game. So David West, we're going to offer him a contract, and he's asking for a relatively very cheap contract, and I think that's the only player I'm actually going to give a contract to. Here, free agents, we got 37. After signing him, we got 33. So we have one player that we can offer a max contract deal, and I'm going straight after LeBron. Let's see if LeBron wants to come. He's asking nearly 30 million, and so let's see if he wants to come. And no, he's accepting another offer. Man, I put all of my worth into him. So now we're gonna have to go after some veteran type guys. Luol Deng, Evan Turner wouldn't be a bad option as well. A nice, he did play for Indiana at some point in his career. Eric Gordon, so this is good. So we can just sign a bunch of really nice guys that may come off the bench or even start for our team. I wouldn't mind Joakim Noah helping out the team. Okay, Jared Solinger, if one of our players doesn't come, and we want to offer a contract back to Mario Chalmers, who's probably going to be a starting point guard too. That is a very important spot. And then Ian Mahimi, let's offer him that contract. So let's see, everyone wants to come back. First off, we have to sign Mario Chalmers, our biggest deal right there. Next, Luol Deng, Evan Turner, and I think I'm going to go after, what he averaged last year, 8 and 7. He averaged 10 and 8 and 9 and 12. I'm going to go after Joakim Noah because we do need more defensive presence. So I'm going to submit to next season. So I think our free agency was very well. We brought in a lot of players that are going to help out our team immediately. These players don't need progressing at all. I think they're just going to come into our team, fit automatically, and just bring us to the playoffs. So I'm very excited. And I think we have unbelievable depth on this team now, so that's pretty cool to see. So, Mario Chalmers are starting point guard, Lance Stevenson, Paul George, David West, Miles Turner, and then our bench is just stacked. So, I don't think we need to make a trade right now, because you're usually not going to get a point guard, and that's the only spot we really need to improve on. So, I think this team is very deadly, especially in the Eastern Conference. So, it's going to go Paul George, this year Lance Stevenson, and David West. So, I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2, where hopefully we can make the playoffs. So, coming to the end of the season, Kevin Durant wins MVP, averaging 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Crazy numbers out of him. Brandon Simmons wins Rookie of the Year. Brendan Knight, wins 6-man, yep. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. TJ McCollum, Most Improved, and Scott Skiles, the coach of the OKC Thunder, wins Coach of the Year. It looks like they fired their original coach. So, we did not make the playoffs as we had 2 less losses. 2 less wins than last year, as we finished with a 36-46 record, which did not make the playoffs. I don't know how. Paul George, 20 points, Lance Stevenson, 14, Luol Deng, 13, and we're just going to simulate the playoffs. I don't know how this team did make the playoffs. I thought we were, with all that depth on our team, and it looks like OKC brought some Milwaukee Bucks to a Game 7, and Kevin Durant wins Finals MVP. So we don't have a draft pick, so I'm just going to simulate all the way down to my free agents, and hopefully we don't have anyone big, because I don't think we have much salary cap, because we did sign a ton of players last year, so I don't think we have nearly any salary cap, and Lance Stevenson is on the board. So we definitely have to give him a contract. He gets better and better by the season, it seems like, and later out. And I'm just going to bring back all of our players, original players, and just go into next season, make a couple trades, and we're going to sign both of them. So we got $5 million to play with. Can we sign like a Kelly Olynyk? I wouldn't mind a Kelly. No. So a lot of these players are asking for a lot. What about Trey Burke? A backup point guard would be very nice to have on this team. Jeff Teague, no. Michael Carter-Williams, okay. MCW, if he wants to come to the team, we would definitely accept. Yep, okay, so our team is looking better now with bringing in former Rookie of the Year MCW, but I think we need to make a couple trades for players that are down in the rotation. So to really come up with a big player. Hopefully we can make a blockbuster trade if someone wants someone, and we can get a big deal going. So take a look at our coaching game plan right here. Mario Chalmers is still our point guard. I don't mind that. He's been having a great couple seasons. Lance Stevenson, Paul George, Labor Allen, and Miles Turner. So I think I'm going to go out and try to find a trade for, I think, Joakim Noah. I think Joakim Noah hasn't really been producing because he's coming off the bench, but he still does really well off the bench. This is last year of the contract, so I think he still does very well coming off the bench. But let's see what we can get. 2018 first round, Bobby Portis, Jeff Green, and Jamal Crawford. I think I might accept that. Jordan Clarkson. These are really good trades for a guy that's not getting that many minutes on our team. So I think I'm going to go back right here, and I'm going to accept this deal. So Joakim Noah, leave your Allen, go to the Los Angeles Clippers for Jeff Green and Jamal Crawford. So that's a pretty good trade. And now this is what our coaching game plan is looking like. So Mark Chalmers, Lance Stevenson, Paul George, Luol Deng, Miles Turner, Jeff Green, Evan Turner, Jamal Crawford, and Jeff Green and MCW all coming off the bench. So it's going to go Paul George, Lance Stevenson, and then Luol Deng. And actually, let me switch that. Luol Deng. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3, where hopefully we can do pretty well. Assists, Carson Higgins wins Rookie of the Year, Brandon Knight 6th Man, Anthony Davis Defensive Player of the Year, Jonas Valanciunas Most Improved, and Sidney Lowe wins Coach of the Year of the Timberwolves. So go to standings right here. We did not make the playoffs for another season, so we made it our first season and didn't make it the rest of the last 2 seasons. When Paul George has been declining in points this year with 17, Lance Stevenson 13, and Miles Turner with 13, and Luol Deng with 13, and Jeff Green with 12. So Paul George, who I thought was going to average like 24 points a game, really didn't do that. And we had a superstar on the team in Paul George, but he wasn't averaging that many points. And it looks like Golden State's going to win the championship, sweep the Miami Heat, and Steph Curry wins Finals MVP. So that's the rebuild. I thought we were going to do better, but it's okay. And if you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.